بالتعاون مع آي راديو يمكنك التواصل مع المجتمعات المتنوعة والجماهير المستهدفة في المناطق ديل.
مشاركة المجتمع. الشراكة مع آي راديو بتعني التعامل مع مجتمعات على مستوى الشعبي. رسالتك حتوصل للمستمعين في مواقع مختلف، مما يعزز التفاعلات الهاتفة ويزيد الوعي بعلامة تجارية.
التغطية الشاملة مع محطات في مواقع استراتيجية زي الرنج، ملكال وباليد. بتوفر آي راديو تغطية شاملة بتصل إلى كل من المراكز الحضرية والمناطق الريفية. بتضمن شراكتك مع آي راديو الرؤية عبر منطقة جغرافية واسعة.
ما تفوت فرصة توسيع نطاق رسالتك باستخدام آي راديو. شارك أو أعلن معنا الليلة وخلي صوتك مسموع في جميع أنحاء جنوب السودان.
Thank you, our esteemed listeners, for the vote of confidence in iRadio's brand as an independent broadcaster of news and information. Your vote of confidence has inspired our reporters and journalists to commit to the dissemination of accurate, verifiable, and credible news and programming to inform, educate, and entertain. As a result, iRadio's content has reached over 17 million people on Facebook, according to Facebook metrics for the last 3 years. A number larger than the population of South Sudan. Thank you for your continued feedback. For detailed news analysis, please check iRadio's website www.iradio.org and subscribe to or like iRadio's YouTube channel to get all our latest videos. iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
Welcome to the Sundown Show. On this show, we bring you the movers and shakers of South Sudan and the world over. We engage in debates and discussions that unearth the stories behind the news. And we have our light moments too by chit-chatting about issues that affect our day-to-day life. Stay right here on the Sundown. Join in and be part of the show on iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
برنامج سانداون هو وجهتكم للأخبار والآراء والنقاشات والحوارات. استمعوا إلى البرنامج حيث يتحدث فيه أصحاب القرار عن قضايا تؤثر في بلدنا وغارتنا، فقط عبر برنامج سانداون على آي راديو. عينك على جنوب السودان.
Hello and welcome to the Sundown Show on iRadio with me, Madrama James, and in special way would like to welcome you to this first week of that's Monday, right about here. This program comes to you Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. for comprehensive look at the daily events, the latest information, in-depth analysis, and exclusive interviews. To be part of the show, call us on 0911-022-986-986 or send for us a text message on 0913-986-986. If you can't access the radio, we are also on Facebook, X, to YouTube, and more. You can also stream this broadcast live by logging to that's our website at www.iradio.org. We start this program in Eastern Equatoria State, where the government there has announced a ban on foreigners engaging in illegal mining and logging within the state, citing growing security threat associated with such activities. According to John Elia Alhaj, the state Minister of Information and Communication, the decision follows a resolution passed by the Eastern Equatoria State Council of Ministers during its recent sitting. Minister Al-Hajj stated that several foreigners and non-indigenous individuals have been carrying out mining and other unauthorized businesses in local forests without the knowledge or approval of a state or county authority. More in this following his speech.
Eastern Equatoria State government have resolved to address an urgent matter concerning the presence of foreigners and non-indigenous individuals in our forests. These individuals are engaging in artisanal mining and other illegal businesses without the knowledge of or permission of the state and county authorities. These illegal activities poses significant security threat to our communities. In the light of these concerns, the Council of Ministers, during its regular sitting number 23, 2025, resolved the following. 1. No foreigner is allowed to conduct artisanal mining or any business in our forests without official authorization from the relevant government institutions. 2. Non-indigenous individuals may be allowed only to engage in such activities with prior official permission from local authorities so that the appropriate security measures are put in place. 3. Any individual found in violation of this resolution will face legal consequences. Eastern Equatoria State government therefore urge county commissioners and security agencies to reinforce this resolution to safeguard our natural forests and maintain the security of our communities. Thank you.
Honorable, thank you. You just mentioned that some foreigners are hovering in our forests and they are carrying artisanal mining. Who are they? These foreigners came from where?
These foreigners are coming from various countries. They are of different nationalities, roaming in our forests, particularly in the Greater Capueta, conducting illegal business activities and other economic activities, and also as well as artisanal mining. And these individuals are decided to establish their settlement outside the host community, and we are really worried about their activities. Because if these are friendly individuals, they should come and integrate themselves with the community and they would do the work together. You know, these individuals, maybe prior to their entry to our counties, to our country, they might come with the valid documents. But as they enter our country, as you are all aware, our security organs are not checking these foreigners when they are traveling within the Republic of South Sudan. They are only checked at the border point. Even those with expired visa or those who have acquired their illegal way of entering into our country, they are found in our forests. And down there, you know, it is very difficult to control these large estates. They just go direct to the bushes without the knowledge of the law chiefs, without the knowledge of the county commissioners or even the state government. So only to hear the foreigners are here conducting these activities, we were really surprised. And daily there is a killing in those places conducted by criminals. Those their dwelling places become places of various crimes. But even in Toritia, you go find some people there going to our forest here, logging our trees for charcoals. And these individuals are not the indigenous of South Sudanese. They are foreigners. So we cannot exactly estimate their number, but they are in hundreds in our forests. This thing has come to our attention just of recent, but I believe this has been a recurrent activity for some period of time. The resolution is very clear. Anybody who is found roaming in our forest without official clearance, he or she will have to answer in the court of law, because we have our laws in the village. And for the South Sudanese, if you go to a place or to a certain community which is not yours, you have to go and get permission from the local authorities so that they know the reason why you come to their locality. You cannot just come because you are a South Sudanese and you go to somebody's forest and start to establish your settlement there. So you could be a source of insecurity to the community. Any South Sudanese who want to go and interact with another host community, they should also go and get the permission from the local authority there, so that they know why he or she is coming, and he or she will be accorded the necessary support. I'm just appealing to the people of Eastern Equatoria State to maintain the peace, because maintaining of peace is a collective responsibility of everybody. So even in reinforcing this resolution, it is our collective responsibility. It should not be left to the security organs alone. In the case, if you find any foreigner in any forest of Eastern Equatoria, report to the nearest security organ station, so that necessary measures will be taken. Because if we are not going to cooperate with the security organs, then it will be very difficult to reinforce these resolutions. So let us cooperate, and those who are given official documents to come and conduct certain activities in a certain area, I'm also appealing to our communities to accord them the necessary support.
Minister Elia John Lach talking to the media in the state right there. It's your turn now to share your thought with us on 0911022986 as you have heard. The government of Eastern Equatoria State has announced a ban on that foreigners engaging in illegal mining and logging within the state, citing growing security threat associated with such activities and issues to do with mining or logging. These community have also a role to play because it's the community that normally allows some of these individuals to reside and do the so-called illegal activities in the area. So what should the community and local authorities do to minimize illegal mining and logging within the state? Hi Radio.
Madrama James.
Ustaz Atolfuk.
Absolutely.
How are you, my brother?
I'm okay.
Good.
And what about you?
I'm not complaining at all. What's your take?
Thank you. Madrama, hukumu bita Eastern Equatoria hukumu da yana hukumu tamaman. Lano hukumu lo kana amal mujorat bita uzel nasal Eastern Equatoria kun tamam lano. Arisas bita nada. Lano anina masulin bo. Ma fi zol tani baji min barra shan hukul ana masul بيجيه كده ويجيه كده لا عشان كده لو عمل يكون يعني بين القوى النظامية مع الكوميونتي يكون كويس لأنه بعد مرات زول بمشي هناك عشان زول لو كان زول اسمه في حاجة هناك في إسرائيل كاتوريا في دا في شنو زول بمشي وبيو وبعدين بيجي من جوا ويشيلوا ودبرة وما في زول عارف عشان كده هسه يكون كويس مع مواطنين وكمان للحكومة لأن إنتاج يكون بمشي بطريقة الواضح لأنه ما في لجنة قطعنا عشان يكون في ناس يعني بيشيل بطريقة ما يكون صحيح عشان يشيل بطريقة ده لكن أنا بشكرهم عشان خليهم implementation يكون فيه لأنه حاجات بقول زي ده لكن implementation يعني بقول ما في بعدين لكن لو في implementation ما في مشكلة.
نعم شكرا جزيلا أخونا تولفوك. طب يلقى مجتمع كمان عنده دور طبعا الناس القاد بيمشي في مالداب وكمان القاد بقاتا أشجار في مجتمع دل جزم كمان دي مجتمع ولا كوميونيتي يقعد برودمون عشان كيف كرمون يشتغل شغل بتومون فدور بتا مجتمع وحكومة كمان يكون شنو وبالذات موضوع بتادابتا بيلقى دي جزء من حاجات اللي كان مفروض بيجيب كمان development بيجيب تنمية في جنوب السودان وخلاص لو أجنبي يخش في بيزنس وعقاب كمان تبيلقى أجنبي ديل قال ما عندهم أوراق وكيف هل مجتمع بقدر عمل شنو عشان كيف شكل مشاكلات بقدر هيلو 09 وايد ولا 22986 زي الناس ما من وزير بتاع إعلان في شركة استوية قال في خلاص أجنبي يخش في بيزنس بتاع أداب بالذات في ولاية وجزء منهم كمان ما عنده إيه أوراق ولا شيء فدور بتاع مجتمع يكون شنو وكمان وحكومة بتاع ولاية بكون شنو فتلفوق بقول كتوى الحكومة شيلو وكويس لكن تنفيذ بارو بتاع قرار طبعا ناسمون بمعنى ما في هي أجنبي دخل جوا غابة واشتغل شغل بتاع داب ولا شغل بتاع غاتا أشجار مدون ورق من حكومة وتبقول بداب شنو وداب ما بترول ده جزء من resources بتاع جنوب السودان وتعفيز بتو كمان في إيدين بتاع جنوبين 09 وايد ولا 22986
For news and the music, keep it iRadio.
iRadio.
Good evening, Madrama.
Good evening, Diang Deng.
Thank you, brother. Nasa killing Galay, Jinub Sudan, the bullet Tanas, but Mumu Sake. Lando Logali, Mark and get us another Mumu for Jinub Sudan. زول ما بيجا من مالته بيجي بيشتغل معنا هنا ويا بلقى قروي كتير تاني دخل في كافة قاعد طلع في كافة هسه دي مرة قوي ده لو مرة قوي ده لو ما ناس دارين بس إنه جنوب ده بس دارين خلوا لهم يكون حقهم هسه زول فكرة هاي زي والله الناس جيران تينا ده تايزا فرقان I'm telling them and then I will lose please لو بقينا نحن ما قعدنا ساعة لو بقينا عندنا حكومة المنتاج بالدخل بجيبته ما منتاج بأموال بتاع بلد والثروة بتاع الدولة انتوا كده احترمونا شوية كده حال جيران يا ناس شركة أفريقيا because ما كويس ما في عالم هاي زي ما في يعني ما في زول انت بمايجريت كأجنبي as a migrant looking for the job and then you come and go to do logging, you go and do mining, illegal mining without authorization. I said they where did this thing happen? So I agree with the local government official who have spoken because when you are entering to a certain community, you need to report yourself, be known. As an Indian, if you are doing an interlogic, the wali busalu based mitamanu, nazenga bazalita. Introduction. You introduce yourself. Chairman Glarfuta item in Ashira too, the Jamin win. Atan Badag item Manas. And Bakalinas actually peaceful. Lanata logi got Manas, Uminaga, we are seeing a Bukumakalagi. Nama Bagdar, Ebo Quest, Lanazolma, refuge Jamin win. Nahana Natalib Manakumat. ولاية والدولة كلهم الجماعة ناس في الدولة نحن دولة دنيا كمو في الدين شعب بتاعه نحن شعب لسه ما فتح أدوب ناس مدارس أدوب نطلب من تاريخ خشب مدينة لسه في حاجات كتير إنه الشعب جنوبي يعلموا لكن ناس بس ما شعبوا جنوبي طلع ولا أجزاء عالم ده رفينا لهم Ni زي صوتنا كده 90% كان الناس يجي ياكلوا حاجاتنا. أصلا الناس بيقولوا جانين زي أنا سلينا جان ما أكلت كأنه بروج ما في. وفي دولة كمان جاي من وين ما أعرف جاي من وين. هو الليل أكله. وقت دول في جنوب السودان نزول في تغيير المسير. I might for 9 months calling for self-determination. And I vote wisely for the independence of people of South Sudan. And my father contributed to liberation. We are here, sitting, nothing. With our little education, no employment, so-called massive. And our leaders, I'm telling you today, they have foreigners in these offices. Most of the press secretaries in our government officials are foreigners. Other the press secretary are not Bagberlo, I can speak good English and Arabic and another language. I can work, I can do press work. Lakini Philip Watania Buga Mafi, you think that these foreigners are the most educated? You think that they can write on your page professionally? You employ them. This is the behaviors. It started from the leaders. Because we are not, our eyes is not open. ما بيعرفين حقيقة شنو لسه ما يردنا إنه الوطنية شنو لسه ما يردنا المحبة بتاع الوطن والشعب. حكومة لسه ما يعرف حاجة دي. حكومة بيعرف قروش بس ده قروش انت بتشيلوك الليلة وزير تبمسي تلقى القروش اللي لقيته في كوفة ده ياو كلا انت ما باين ورا وكلت وين تشوف انه
This is a public position. It's a player to role to protect the dignity of the country and the people. I still call upon our President Salva, and I said it several times. You cannot appoint a leader who has no family in South Sudan. This thing must stop. Our President, if you have ears to listen, don't appoint this cocoon that wanted to come and take away instead of contributing for the national development, integrity of Southern Sudan. The mission and vision of liberation struggle. Such leaders, please, our President, they are the one actually barring your life. They are barring your legacy. They will never give you a good report. I always tell you that such leaders you are appointing, thinking that they are your loyalists, they are hiding hatred. They are hiding a bad mood, because if I love a president, I must contribute for the development of the country. I must work tirelessly to make sure that my citizens celebrate me. But if I say that I am a loyal president and the party, and I loot the country, what type of loyalty? This small mistake our president is not seeing. So our president must not appoint a leader who doesn't see what people of South Sudan deserve. Because if foreigners take over the market, if foreigners take over all the jobs of NGOs, all the managers in South Sudan, international, even this UN, contributing to the weakness of South Sudanese citizens, because they are bringing these foreigners from nowhere and giving them all the managerial positions, leaving us a pill staff. Now, the same foreigners have taken, even cleaners jobs have been taken by foreigners in South Sudan. We did not talk. We sacrificed and kept quiet. Now people are going to the bush. They want to dig our gold. They want to take our minerals. They want to block our forests. Why are they not taking the country and leave us with no nation? This is if the country belongs to them. If our security cannot afford to control it, then let them. We are waiting to announce that South Sudan is no longer belong to South Sudanese.
All right. Thank you so much, Dian Deng, for sharing your thoughts. Let's also give chance to brothers and sisters who would like to share in the opinion on 0911-229-8696. If in case you have just joined us, you're listening to the Sundown Show on iRadio with me, Madrama James, and the talking point right here is the government of Eastern Equatoria State has announced a ban on foreigners engaging in illegal mining and logging within the state, citing growing security threats associated with such activities. Now, what should the community and local authorities do to minimize illegal mining and logging within the state? Tabielga fi mahal bedri lo itamshi basalita talamin wen mashile wen witadaramul bedapshuno yan mujtama bardu indu dor te basi de ya tusikil salatina lanina indu في قرية بتنا البسيبو سلا أجنبي بيقدر يخش لهذه في محل بتوه ما عنده ورق وكمان بيشتغل شغل المفروض كان شباب بتاع بلد بيقدر يشتغل وكمان بيجيب لنا قروش. تبقول شنو؟ هاي راديو.
لو
ويلي.
مدرما جيمس.
أيوة.
لسه برنامج كويس زمان تعاصره.
شكرا.
شكرا لك وتحية لك وتحية لكل مستمع. بدنا نجول كلام قصير ما نجول كلام طويل. لأن أصلا يعني حتى في الدين ذاته قال لك عندنا فرين بس حاضرين تكلمون بكلام بس شوية كده السيما وخلاص انتهت الما سيما ده خلاص كده. دائما أنا بكلم نفوسنا المشكلات ذاته لأن ما بيحترم أداء التغليب بتاعنا ذاته ما بيحترم نفوسنا بعض والبعض. الناس اللي ما دخلوا ساكت الدخول بتاعهم ده مننا ذاته لأنه عندنا في أداء التغليب بتاعنا ما قلنا نحترموه. دخولت الناس أسا زانها في نمشي في بلد تاني التعامل بتاعنا في بلد تاني بيكون سوا زي ما كده خلينا صحة شوية ده ما كده طبعا في نظام أهم حاجة النظام الدنيا دي كلها أهم حاجة النظام تستلم النظام البلد تاعك وهذا تغلط البلد تاعك كمان عشان كان زول تاني كان جا ما يجي خلي لك حاجة جديد لأنه بخليك مشاكل وكان جا جديد وكان لك مشاكل أنت ما عملت ما تنمت نفسك كده يا ما تنتظر التغليب بتاعك في منطقة أنت قاعد فوق أو في بلد بتاعك أو في دولة بتاعك أنت حتى الدول العالم ده كله حتى في أوروبا ذاتك أنت ماشي هناك أول حاجة الدخول بتاعك هناك بالباسبور بتاعك ده بيسلموا كل ناس المخابرات والأمن ولا تو بيسلموا بالدخول بتاعك هناك كان ميجريشن بتاعك ده بعرفوك بعد زمان ده كم شهور يلا بعد ذاك ذاته أنت قاعد ما بيفتشوك بالقاف أنت لكن إن طبعا إحنا ضعيفين أقول إن كنا نحترم نتألم ذاته زول جري كان جاي في بلد بتاعنا أن لازم نعرفه مجتمع نعرفه إلى من ساعد حكومة لو عرفه ممكن يساعد حكومة لكن غالبا حكومة قاعد يجيب لك دائما هم يجيبوا نازل من فوق على رأس السلاطين على رأس المجتمع وده كل الفساد ده كل الفساد ذاته بيجيبوا ناس بنسيدوا حاجات ثانيين بينك يعني بيبقوا كده كانوا يا ناس بنسى بعض من الحاجات اللي كان أفرض يقول لهم يا هم كانوا الناس هناك يا لقبة الناس ما اللي بيجي عشان كده دائما وابدا انك يحترم القانون والقانون كده يحترم المجتمع البلد ده كمان بجاي تجيب ناس قاعدين بيننا فتح شركات نعم جبتهم لكن عندنا كمان قواعد كده واللوائح كمان قاعده ناس البلد هم كانوا يحترموا في بعض من محلات كده ما ممكن يزار يعني يزول انك كده او ما من ترى يمشي فوق زاده لانه بعملوا بعدين ممكن بعملوا مشكله انت كيف في شوارع كده ما في زول يمشي فوقه بعملوا مشكله لكن الناس بيبقى فوضى بيبقى تدخل بيبقى من هناك عدم احترام السلاطين عدم احترام المجتمع عدم احترام المجتمعين للحكومه ذاته لان الحكومه زي ما يحترموا ذاته جابوا لخبطه وجابوا نازل كده يبقى ما في احترام في النص لكن كان الناس تتألموا
شكرا أخونا ويلي وسد مشاركة. It's time now for me to have a look at some of the messages you have sent them via that's our Facebook page.
iRadio, your eye on South Sudan.
Thank you so much for taking your humble time to let us know where you're watching this program from and your opinion on our topic of discussion right here. As you might have heard, of course, the government of Eastern Equatoria State has announced a ban on foreigners engaging in illegal mining and logging within the state, citing growing security threat associated with such activities. And we are still asking you, what should the community and local authorities do to minimize illegal mining and logging within the state? First, a text coming in from Tolfuk that thanks for bringing up this topic on Eastern Equatoria State. One is saying this is a great move taken by the government of Eastern Equatoria State to ban the illegal mining and logging. We have Adut Jit, thanks for bringing up this topic of discussion. Away from Adut, we have someone who called himself Ian Gatquath, that to bring the it's good to bring the community and the local authorities to work hand in hand. Thank you. Keep those messages coming right here on 0911-022-986-986. iRadio.
iRadio.
You are.
From Wow. You are talking to him.
Yeah, long time, Atem. How is Wow?
Yeah, Wow is good. Wow is fine. And Juba?
Yeah, Juba is tamam.
Okay, tamam. The kalam ko Wow tamam. And what we have to do is
Gaddam.
Yes, my comment. طبعا الناس بتاعنا كبار يعني بعمل حاجة كده يعني بعمل بلد زي بلد الروم طبعا برضو الناس بيقولوا احنا نيانيا ولا واحد يعني نيانيا يعني أنا لما تجيب دول فرن هنا في مالي تجيبه فأنت عارف دول ده بعمل بلد ده أنت لو ده تجيبه أساسا you can to acknowledge the community in that area that there is something what I'm going to do. You know that all the community in that area can have knowledge of what you are doing there. But our politicians, they bring a foreigner from nowhere legally, and he's going to agree with him that I will give you this, and you go and bring that one outside, and you go and buy the way, sell away, and bring the money. And what of those communities which are there? They are the ones who have right to share the idea with you. but not you, the one who can go and agree with the foreigner where you know where he is and come and take the things which are in that area. And what of those people, what are they going to do? So you can share the idea with Sultan, and Sultan will go and tell the community, the youth, you can accept that one. And they can make verification by the way. Is this one is good or not? But you can tell alone, this one is not good. But what I know, system is still in South Sudan. There is no law. Let the next president come with a new law. But this time, we are totally broke at this. I know I just thought of the Shilu Circuit, Tavala. We found a fish, just fish, within Malian, Share Taban, Mafi, Nazi, and Joe Maga, the Yamshi, Mulai, as in Wow and Paju, very rough way. While there is a huge money, especially Wow here. And we don't see any smooth way within town. Town is a big town. Huh? Wow is a big town. It's a second to Juba. And when you come now, all the areas are very rough. There's no smooth way. There is very small salary in Wow here. All the time there is an accident. There is an accident. It is very small. Even the local government in Wow here can make it. But there is no chance to give the authority to make the smooth road. Money can be eat, just. That one is not good. So we can praise God to let the next government will do this thing. But this government will not do. When they listen to the voice of those people, they will see where they are talking from. And they want to capture. This is nonsense. We can say our right. And let them do what they want to do. And they are now moving to take the resource of South Sudan without knowledge of the community in that area. Thank you.
Thank you, Atem, and let's be positive that things will equally improve. And that was Atem. Now via our Facebook page, we have Charles Soliha that thanks for updating us with the such news. Oliha is watching us live from Juba here. Charles Chan Nyachan is saying this is awesome. Keep those messages coming. Hi, radio.
Madrama James.
Yeah, Joseph.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, and good evening to the audio of radio.
Yes, a happy Monday, and I'm glad to hear your voice.
Happy Monday to you, brother. The topic is very exhaustive, and I thank the radio for covering that event in Eastern Equatoria. Also, I want to thank that the government in Eastern Equatoria. This move by the government, you know, how to produce the resources is the responsibility of the government. And the government, with the current, the community in particular area, has to set and to bring in the agreement into the total that when the production happens, the community has not to be abandoned, has to benefit from that production. And also government has to know the role of government, and that resources is knowing particular is benefiting that state and is benefiting citizens and is benefiting the country. But right now, if you go to the area that there is a product like mining, you get foreigners who are there that are being protected by the big people in the government. And that one is always challenging the common man, the man in the grass who have no voice, that to tell that person not to continue mining or not to continue protecting local resources. And this one has to be a message to the government officials. If you are government official, you must know that title. You are responsible for the life of others, life of citizens, and life of the foreigners who are there. If the foreigner came in and got into risk, it is you. You have to be all accountable. And if that person like a goal in Eastern Equatoria being produced all along by the foreigners, and foreigners are being protected by the big people in the government. And that one, it is agreement between two people. We don't want the two people agreement. We want products of the country to be produced under agreement of that community of the government. And the government to announce that we get like this figure in this product, and later on they will be used for the benefit of the people, whether be used for the school, whether be used for agriculture, or to be used for health, for the health facilities. All these things, let people respect what is so-called responsibility. Responsibility, you must be responsible on people, and later on you have to be responsible for their property. So gold is a property of those particular areas. If the area has gold, the responsibility of that gold is for that particular community. The same thing to oil. Areas that there is oil, you must be responsible for those people with their property. Thank you.
Thank you, Joseph, for sharing your thought with us. Dear listener, up to here, let's now head out for that's our first commercial break. And when we come back, we shall keep the conversation going stronger than even ever before.
In 2025, South Sudan is writing a new chapter in its economic story. Monthly revenue collections by the South Sudan Revenue Authority have reached an impressive 130 billion South Sudanese pounds. This success is powered by digitization, a nationwide e-government program launched in 2021 that modernized public services, strengthened data systems, and made revenue collection faster, safer, and more transparent. Today, corruption leakages are shrinking, efficiency is rising, and every digital transaction moves our nation closer to stability and shared prosperity. The South Sudan Revenue Authority calls on all government bodies, development partners, and citizens to accelerate the move toward full digitization. Together, through digital transformation and cooperation, South Sudan will move forward stronger, transparent, and united for progress. South Sudan Revenue Authority, digitizing revenue, driving development.
The Sundown, for the news, views, opinion, debates, and discussions. Listen to who is who, talking about issues that affect our country and continent, only on the Sundown. Your eye on South Sudan. Your eye on South Sudan.
انت في محل بتستهيك تكون فيه خليك مع اي راديو انا تكون في جنوب السودان.
Indeed, your eye on South Sudan. On to that's our talking point here. Text coming in from Romeo is saying to strengthen the issues related to illegal mining and logging in the state. The government need to encourage the development of sustainable industries that can replace mining. And away from that, he says, of course, a community reporting mechanism should be established for community members to report illegal mining activities. Thank you, Romeo, for sharing your thought with us. Now, from a mine-related issue, we move to that a piece where civil society activist Edmond Yakani has announced plan to launch a dialogue among peace parties parties to the 2018 peace agreement in an effort to resolve differences and advance the implementation of the phase. And Yakani, who is the head of Community Empowerment for Progress organization, said the dialogue scheduled to begin next month will bring together the signatories of the 2018 peace agreement to address outstanding dispute. He added that other stakeholders, including women's group, traditional chiefs, youth, and persons with disability, will participate to find solution to local issues. In a recorded statement sent to iRadio over the weekend, Yakani said the dialogue is a response to calls from citizens for peace parties to break a deadlock and allow for smooth implementation of the agreement. More in this following speech.
I would like to take this opportunity as one of the stakeholders signatory to the 2018 peace agreement and access on behalf of the citizens to inform the citizen that now we have reached a point of pronouncing or declaring the month of November will be the month where we will roll out an inclusive dialogue among various constituencies of South Sudan, and specifically the parties that are signatory to the 2018 peace agreement known as our access, but also we reach out to other parties that are not signatory to the 2018 peace agreement and want to make the dialogue to be inclusive, that bring everybody on board, being youth, women, persons with disability, chiefs. We need to find our own solution to our own crisis. Therefore, as one of the stakeholders who are signatory to our access, we are now undertaking a responsibility to respond to the call that citizens you have made for our leaders to resolve their political differences through dialogue rather than military confrontation. And we have seen in the past resistance for this call, which was made by regional and international bodies. This time round, we are taking the responsibility as national actors. But also would like to inform you as a citizen that we are not going to remain silent for those who will obstruct or who will object the use of dialogue for resolving political differences among our leaders. We will come out, we will pronounce them, we will name them. Who are those actors, individuals or institutions that stand behind or stand in the front of obstructing the use of dialogue for finding a durable solution for transitioning our country from violence to peace. Therefore, we are ready, and of course, we will do a media briefing on our attempt to roll out an inclusive dialogue for seeking consensus, for seeking consent, for seeking renewal of political pledge for transitioning our country from violence to peace from all constituency of South Sudan society setup. Of course, political establishment are on the top, and we would like to appeal to South Sudanese warring parties that have army to de-escalate the violence and to respect the cessation of hostility agreement of 2017. Thank you very much.
You are right where you deserve to be. Your eye on South Sudan.
That was Edmond Yakani, the Executive Director of Community Empowerment for Progress organization, talking to the media right there. Now, what's your take on this pronouncement or declaration of month of November to be that's a month of inclusive dialogue among various stakeholders, specifically the parties that are signatories to the 2018 Revitalize Peace Agreement? I read you.
Good evening.
Good evening, Diande.
Well, Edmond, I've got a different frustration again. Because the dialogue he's talking about, it is useless, by the way. Very, very useless. These parties or stakeholders to the agreement are not ready to implement the agreement. And if Edmond's intention to make dialogues in order for leaders to agree and accept themselves, that will never happen. Because they are already having a rooted hate.
Now, because of that hatred, should citizens and activists sit quiet?
activists, actually, that is a statement of people who have no hope. Because if South Sudanese citizens and activists would have becoming a strong people, this peace would have been implemented in sin, according to the spirit and letter of the agreement. But because citizens are hopeless citizens, activists are hopeless activists, civil societies who have no role to play in national building. That's why the leaders came, sit in Juba hotels, running every morning with sirens, making noise in the road of Juba. They talk, they don't do action. After Reaper 1 month, 3 months, they make noise in parliament. They split into parties. Bill is passed, the bill will take almost 6 months for bill to go to parliament. Just delaying the process of the agreement. We disagreed in this. You have agreed to sign the document. Now again, you implement that document with the disagreement. I'm telling you, how many disagreement they disagree in parliament and in different things they're supposed to do in RGMX. In RGMX meeting, you get IO moving out. We disagree that there is a deadlock. There are prerequisites. Let me tell you, these people, they don't want this agreement implemented. This is a good project for them.
So what's the way forward?
And so the solution, the way forward is that we must accept to die so that we serve our country. If somebody is ready to kill South Sudanese citizens because they want a real peace. By the way, I have heard one of the Western leaders talking that we are making these big weapons to protect peace, we don't make them for war. If somebody wanted to spoil our peace, we will defend our peace with those weapons. Our peace as a South Sudanese is being taken away by politicians, greedy politicians, by the way, let me describe them like that, who only see his interests. And when they get it, they use it exactly as they want it. Can you imagine the revitalized agreement would have saved South Sudanese from dilemma, from trauma of 50 years of struggle since 1956 of independence of Sudan? South Sudanese have never got what is meant for a human being to sit in his own nation. We struggle. Sudan government actually tortured us seriously. We hope we vote for the country. Our leaders is split it. They signed what they so-called, but we got a document. It was so good for us. The chapters in the agreement, we were thinking that this is another hope. But very unfortunately, because of the hopeless politicians who don't even see what is facing people and they don't hear the outcry of citizens, they continue violating the agreement until we are in this stage. Now, if the activists call for the dialogue, what is the solution? That dialogue will never yield a result. So if the activists need a dialogue, I only call for dialogue for South Sudanese citizens because we are being divided by this greedy politician here. So I am urging all the activists in South Sudan and civil society organizations. And even by the way, you journalists, you have been empowered, but you have a big role to play to shape the current situation. But journalists, and this message I'm sending it to the Union of Journalists. You know, all South Sudanese journalists, the men hiding. You know, everybody is feeling that. Nobody want to die. So, people are hiding behind bars.
It's not all about dying, but reporting.
No, let me complete. People are hiding behind bars. No one wants to face politicians. Interrogation. You know, I am seeing the Western media how they are asking politicians. By the way, it's so amazing because it can change the attitude of the person. You know, politicians are follow up like this. When you get today appointed to public position, you will get that cameras are after you all day and night. You know why? It don't because that they want to take this photo, but they want to see what they're doing. So in South Sudan, journalists, the union of journalists must make sure that this is one of these roles. Journalists must not fear. Freedom of expression, freedom of information is a right for each and every South Sudanese citizen, and we will not get information except through journalists. So journalists must go and find out what somebody is doing in this office. So journalists must go and question President, when are you going to give a nation of rest? If you people remain behind, then we will remain in dilemma because we will not know what citizen government is doing. So I'm urging all the actors in this country, South Sudanese citizens alone will do nothing. But we need civil society. We need actually church, all the religious faith-based to come together, call for a conference, a dialogue among South Sudanese, not among politicians. I want these mouths of politicians to be cancelled. I want these terminologies of political parties to agreement to be cancelled. Then now, let this dialogue, I am urging the Edmond to rename this dialogue, who is coming, according to him, in December or where?
November.
So that he make it as a South Sudanese citizen dialogue, because we are being divided, and if we are not brought together, we will never know that this country is ours. We will never know that the government belongs to citizens.
All right.
Government does not belong to politicians and the political parties. Government is ours, and we are the one delegating them to do the role for us. And if they fail, we're supposed to hold them accountable. But these politicians are very clever. They divided us so that they enjoy what they want. So I'm urging the Edmond and all civil societies organizations, rename the dialogue and let it be South Sudanese citizen dialogue, so that we forgive ourselves and we actually go and say we have no problem to one another as a tribe.
Thank you.
As the communities. But our problems are our politicians. They are the ones who kill us, they mislead us, and actually deceive us to hate ourselves.
All right. Thank you, Diang Deng, for sharing your thought with us. And remember, in having, healthy conversation, it's not maybe probably pointing at one another, but having really a comprehensive approach on issues that really matters to us. Up to here, let me talk to one lucky and last caller for now. Radio.
Hi, Radio. Madrama James, how are you?
I'm okay, sir. How are you?
This is Ustaz Olum from Western Baragazal State.
Welcome.
Wow, how are you?
I'm okay, my brother.
Yeah, the topic is so nice. Now this dialogue here, how unique will it be from other dialogues? I'm very afraid that this dialogue is not going to be successful because our leaders are remaining there. They don't even want to understand the citizens. This is a direct violation to the right of the citizens. Please, thank you.
Thank you, my brother, for sharing your thought with us. According to him, the tendency of these dialogue failing. Otherwise, where is the future if several other documents or dialogue also fail to bear tangible fruits? And a text coming in again from Charles Soliha that once again, Madrama, all that are happening in mining sector and logging due to lack of that proper guidance, and he is encouraging the government to come up with a document for miners to also assign. Otherwise, managing resources is a sole responsibility of the government and the people. Thank you so much for sharing your thought with us. Up to here, dear listener, we have come to the end of our conversation. I've been your host, Madrama James.
For information and entertainment,